In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. This video is another rebuttal of a David Wu video that he made on the asal that he found in the Bukhari, Sahih Bukhari, and he said that Prophet Muhammad asked his disciples or his followers to beat on their wives until their body got green. I don't know how David Wu understands things. I believe that David Wu is a disgrace to the academia. This asar, first of all, let us know the differences between hadith and asar. Hadiths are the same directly from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessing be upon him. And asar is the effects, that means statements that have effects on the life of the Muslims, but these statements were made by the disciples, not Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessing be upon him. David Wu does not know how to differentiate or distinguish between hadith and asar. I don't know who teaching him, how the person is teaching him, and the person himself, his professor, does not even know why he's teaching him. I feel that he teaches him nonsense. Indeed, he's teaching him nonsense. He made a claim that there was one disciple called Refa who divorced his wife, and Abudllahi bin Zubayele married this woman. And one time Abudllahi bin Zubayele beat on this woman, and the woman went to Abudllahi bin Zubayele, to Aisha, to complain to Aisha while her husband had dated her. And according to the story in this asar, the woman's body was looking green. But as you know, when a woman took a husband complaint to another woman, that woman obviously is going to back the woman. The hadith even carry that. I mean, the asar even carry that. The Aisha took side with the woman. And when Prophet came, Aisha laid a complaint to the Prophet that the Muslim believing women are suffering in the hand of their husband beyond imagination. But the amazing thing, this asar is the only thing of it kind. Although Aisha may have made that statement, but it was the type of it kind. That you have no other account that says the Muslim believing men were beating, flogging their wives. It's not there. The only thing you will find are this: the Prophet Muhammad advised Muslims to take care of their wives. Even said in one hadith, "Khiyarukum or khairukum khiyarukum li ahlikum." He said, "The best of you is the best of you to your wives." That's hadith. Not to be on your wife, but David Wu does not understand this. He's just looking for any trash anywhere and put it on Islam. We will explain it to you better. But when the Prophet came, Aisha laid this complaint to the Prophet that the woman was beaten, and in fact her body was looking green more than like her scarf that she was wearing. You know, she exaggerated in a statement because she felt bad a woman had been beaten, and she's a woman like herself. That was not wrong in anybody's side, or any woman could do that. She was not a prophet. She could make any mistake at any time. God was not talking to her. Then right away, this Abudllahi bin Zubayele came with two of his sons. And the woman said she did not do anything wrong. She said the man is impotent. And she took part of her cloth and showed her how weak it was, that the man was weak. Then the man said, "No, Prophet, she is lying. She want to go back to her first husband." The Prophet said, "Wait a minute. You cannot divorce him until he consummate with you. That's a Sharia. You marry a woman in Islam, before the woman can get right to have a divorce, you have to consummate with her. That's his marriage. That's what the prophet was looking at. Prophet was not looking at individual, he's a prophet. He cared about the majority than the individual, Mr. David Wu, Mr. Wu. He cares about the majority welfare than individual. Now, the prophet went on to say to them in the same discussion that he asked him, who are the two children with you? The man said, they are my children from another wife. Then he said, but look at them. They are looking like him as the crown, the bird that looking crown. They are looking like a crown. You know, you hardly differentiate between the crown and one, crown from another one. No birds from another one. The prophet made that statement. But it's not hadith, that's asar. David will make that hadith to the people. It's not hadith. Because you want to portray in the world that Muslims, prophet told his disciples to beat their wives until their body can get green. The prophet himself do that? He did not. And there's no account that David Wu can bring out from any other sources other than this particular action that took place during that time that the Muslims were doing to their wives. You will not find it. The Muslims of those still respected their wives. They live in harmony and in peace. Because the women were God-embodied women. Chastised women. God-fearing women. Now, he made mention in the Quran chapter 4 verse 34, Surah An-Nisa. The chapter they say attributed to women. He says in that chapter that the Quran asks men to be on their wives. Is that true, David Wu? Yeah, you may see beating there. But why are the steps before you get to beating? Why you did not tell that one to your listeners? You just feel to tell them any rubbish and you think people are just going to accept your rubbish? No, they will go to the source and study. It comes in three categories, 3 steps. The Quran first saying in that particular verse that the first used to advise a woman if her behavior become unacceptable. If she become unbecoming, you should first admonish her, advise us as a first step. If still she cannot come to her senses, you should separate from her from the bed. Leave the bed, leave her alone, as a means of demonstrating to her that you are angry over her behavior. Then if still that cannot work, then you resort to beating them. But not to injure them, not to beat them at their body get green. That is not never in that Quran. But David did not tell you these steps. And God continued told you in the same verse that, but if they obey you, if they change, you advise them to change, don't touch them anymore. You advise them, you leave the bed with them, then she change, don't touch her anymore. If she beat her, she change, don't touch her anymore. Live with her in harmony. Live with them in harmony. But David cannot say these things to the listeners, to his listeners, because he want to pick the Islam tinted black, because he afraid the wave of Islam. The thing that a lot of people that are converting from Christianity to Islam, that the entire village, entire church would convert into Islam. These are fears in them, and they're not going to solve anything. Our religion is a true religion based on true foundations, principles, and guidance. Not a religion that is not even knowing the founder that is attributed does not even know it as a Christianity. Mr. David Wu, Islam is a well-known religion that the Quran talk about it. Not like your religion, not like your God that you chose for yourself. Please know the fact and say the truth. The Muslim women, and you went about saying that there's a 3 Quran verses that all the women used to do. You want to tell the Muslim women about their Quran? And when in fact one of them just gave you a few questions that you couldn't even answer one? We know you to be a philosopher. In fact, I question seriously your degree. Because somebody cannot be holding a master or a PhD or doctorate degree that he cannot read between the lines. That he will biously transmit ideas to people based on false deception and prejudice. The Muslim women know their book and they accept the laws of the law. You not live you on the law, as Paul told you in Galatians 3:17. You not living on the law. Jesus died for you, and that was the end of it. The law is being abolished. But these women living on the law, they got a creator, Mr. David Wood. So my beloved brothers and sisters in all religions, and all those that will watch this video, if you like the video, you can press the button like. If you dislike it, fine, I will have no problem with it. I'm asking you, my brother Muslims, and all those that have interest in this video, to subscribe to the video so that as a means of supporting us, and so that my new videos can reach to you. And I greet you in peace in Hebrew, Shalom Alaikum, and in Arabic, Assalamu Alaikum, and in English, peace be unto you.